You're in your MBA interview, and your interviewer asks you a question that you just can't think of an answer to. Don't panic, don't panic. It happens from time to time. You're in a high pressure moment and you just can't find the answer. But what do you do? Well, let's discuss that. Okay, did I say don't panic? Right. First of all, buy yourself a few seconds. You might want to take a sip of water and reflect. Let's say this was on the table. That's a good question. When you're thinking of a gap in time, it can seem quite long, but it often isn't that long at all. Just take that beat. That wasn't that abnormal. That's a good question. As long as you're thinking and you aren't panicking, you're likely keeping the interview at bay, and he or she may even be respecting your control and pensiveness. So take that moment. So hopefully you took that glass of water and finally a thought came to you. But if it didn't, not the end of the world. Just apologize and ask to revisit the question later. Excellent question. This isn't ideal, but I can't think of a response off the top of my head. Would you mind if we circled back to it later on? Projecting confidence is critical and will enable you to move on and not have the awkwardness dominate the interview. What you 100% should absolutely not do is take a flying leap and hope that a bridge appears. If the question is, tell me about a time when you faced opposition to an idea and you take that leap, uncertain of where it's going, it will start to sound desperate. Okay, so I was at the office and I had an idea for, I wanted to get to a place where there was a group. Well, you can see this is not going well. Again, how about, I wish I had an answer, would you mind if we circled back later on? We find that many applicants get stuck on questions where the answer can actually be somewhat arbitrary. So maybe you have several different answers, but are searching hard to find the accurate one when it doesn't really matter. Let's say an interviewer asks, you wrote that you love literature on your resume. What was the last book you read? Did you enjoy it? When someone asks you this, they won't ask for the receipt for that book purchase. So if you can't name the last great work of literature you read, then maybe you just name a favorite book and explain why you enjoyed it. Similarly, if someone asks about a time when you faced opposition to an idea, you can audible. I can't think of a time when someone opposed an idea of mine, but I can share a time when I opposed another if that's okay. Again, it's really about communication and confidence, not the response itself when you're in a bind. Stay strong, and you will quite likely find your way out of this tricky situation. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you may also want to check out our entire interview playlist starting now.